Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Today's video, we are going to be continuing doing rebuilds post-trade deadline, and today we have the Portland Trailblazers. So the Trailblazers are in an interesting spot, to say the least. They have one of the best players in the league in Damian Lillard, but besides that, there's not a ton of talent on this team, and they're basically stuck in purgatory where they're in the middle of the pack every single year. And we all know they're never going to win a championship with this core, but they're also really never bad enough to really add too much talent to this team. They currently sit at 29 and 33, a 12 seed in the West, and we got to get this team some help today. As always, let me know any other video ideas you guys do have down below in the comment section. I got a decent amount of requests to do the Trailblazers, and that's why we're here doing them today. Of course, you guys are new around here, have not yet subscribed to the channel. If you do me a favor, hit that sub button, stick around a while. And yeah, if you could leave a like on the video, you guys would just be goated. Great way to start the weekend. But yeah, man, Trailblazers have been in the middle of the pack. I think they made a Western Conference Finals in 2019, and that 2019 Warriors team wasn't losing. So, I mean, we all know this Trailblazers core is not winning a championship. So, we got our work cut out for us. Let's get into it. We are obviously post-trade deadline, so I clearly can't do anything right now. But what we do know is what this team looks like. And it's Dame. I mean, Damian Lillard has been this team for a long time. Obviously, CJ McCollum, his co-partner in the backcourt, is no longer there. Anthony Simons is here. 23 years old, signed a contract extension this offseason. I don't have plans of moving on from him. But, yeah, man, I love Dame. He has been having an incredible season. It's been awesome to see him back playing at such a high level. And I have no plans to move on from him right now. But if it comes to the point where maybe we need to make a big move and, have a year off where we got to suck, Dame might be somebody I consider moving on from. But we're not even going to think about that as of now. This roster, it is what it is, man. Jeremy Grant, Yusuf Nurkic, Drew Eubanks is their fifth highest rated player. There's some decent young players here. I give them credit there. I like Shaedon Sharpe a lot. He was the 7th overall pick from last year out of Kentucky. We're going to try to get him to progress pretty well. They got Cam Reddish from the New York Knicks at the trade deadline. And then, Keon Johnson here as well. I mean, for me, there's not a ton to be excited about in terms of this team's core. I mean, obviously, I want to get Dame a ring. I respect the hell out of the man's loyalty that he's had to Portland, but is that going to pay off in the long run? I don't know if it's going to, but I'm going to do everything I can to try to get Damian Lillard a ring. But as of now, we cannot do anything. Let's set the rotation and, sim the rest of year one. So this is what we have kind of figured out as our rotation for the rest of the year. I definitely made some changes, and you might not agree with everything, but it's the way that we're going to do it because I think it's the best way to potentially win some basketball games. So Dame's obviously going to be our point guard, playing the most minutes a night. It makes sense. We have Anthony Simons here. Matisse Thybulle is going to be in the starting lineup. He's a good defensive piece. He doesn't do a ton besides play defense. Jeremy Grant starting at the 4, and then Yusuf Nurkic at our 5. The bench unit, I want to develop Shaedon Sharpe. I opened the video by saying that. He's going to be the 6th man playing the most minutes off the bench. Followed by him is Trendon Watford. He's actually listed as our backup center, so you might be saying, hey, where's Drew Eubanks? According to 2K, is your 5th best player on this team. I'm not playing Drew Eubanks. I want to play the guys that are a little bit younger, have a little bit more potential in my opinion, so Watford is going to play over Drew Eubanks, followed by Nasir Little, then Cam Reddish, and then Keon Johnson, actually 71 overall. 2K says he should be playing 0 minutes. I'm going to give Dame some help with a backup point guard because, he's basically our only other option. So it's weird, like Eubanks and Winslow are just not going to be getting any minutes for me, but honestly, they're not long-term pieces for me, and in my opinion anyways. And Kevin Knox, Mr. Fortnite himself. No thanks. I will see you guys at the end of year one. We are currently 29 and 33. I don't know if this is going to be good enough to sneak into the play-in, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind if we kind of had a bad end of the year. I'll see you guys at the end of year one. Year one ends with Nikola Jokic winning his 3rd straight MVP. It's something that's probably going to happen in real life as well. He's currently my number 1. I have Giannis as 2. And then once you get past 1, 2, it's just a whole lot of confusion. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. We have Ben Mathurin, 6th Man of the Year as a rookie. That is pretty impressive. Embiid is your Defensive Player of the Year. Şengün, Most Improved. Joe Mazzulla, Head Coach of the Boston Celtics. 60 and 22 takes Home Coach of the Year. So it does not appear that we ended up making the play-in. To be honest with you, I was not paying attention to our record. And while we were simulating. So we ended up going 35 and 47. Obviously not great. We're going to be somewhere around pick 5 to 7, I believe, in terms of projections before the lottery. Taking a look at the numbers, I mean, Damian Lillard is an absolute stud. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. If he was 5 years younger, the potential idea of even moving on from him wouldn't even come up. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's something that I'm considering. And, when the time does potentially come. Simons was good as well. Jeremy Grant actually had a solid year for us. I can definitely live with that. Nurkic, not terrible. 13 points, almost 10 boards. For me, Yusuf Nurkic is somebody that just doesn't move the needle for me that much as a starting center. Now, that's not me saying he's a bad player. I just think there could be potentially better options, but we'll see what we end up doing with him. Cam Reddish, not too bad. He only played like 14 minutes a night, so almost 9 points, not too bad. Shaden Sharp, Justice Winslow, obviously didn't play for us, neither did Drew Eubanks, but they played before. That's why they have numbers in here. So let's just simulate the playoffs because obviously we are not in it, and we're not going to be doing too much until we get into this offseason. The Memphis Grizzlies go on to win the West, I guess, according to John Morant. They are fine in the West. And Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Actually, did I say this in a video or did I tweet this? I forgot what I said. But the Cavs are going to be really annoying for somebody to play in the playoffs. Like, obviously the two favorites in the East are the Celtics and the Bucks right now. I think everybody's pretty clear on that, but the Cavs are not going to be an easy first or second round matchup. They're just not. Obviously here in 2K, everybody loves them just because ratings are high and a lot of young talent, and that typically does well in 2K. But in real life, they're going to be an annoying, pain in the ass first and second round matchup. Let's hit the draft lottery. I believe we have a protection on our pick of some sort. I think the Bulls have. Yeah, the Bulls have. But I believe it's top 14 protected, so obviously lottery protected, which means we'll have our draft pick, which is obviously good. And stays at number 7, so we have some options with what we want to do. Chauncey Billups, in my opinion, really isn't the answer. Is Scott Brooks an assistant on this team? Scott Brooks is not a name I've heard in a long time. I'll give Chauncey one more year. After that, I'm going to move on, find myself a new head coach, somebody of my choosing. The 7th overall pick, you know what I actually haven't done in a video in a long time? I want number 1, and I want Victor Wembanyama. You've seen him win the Defensive Players of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year awards. You've seen him win the MVPs in this video. I think that's exactly what we need right now. Let's go try to get that number 1 pick. The San Antonio Spurs are the owners of the number 1 overall draft pick. I obviously want Victor Wembanyama, so I'm going to have to pay in order to get him. Now, I don't really want to throw Yusuf Nurkic in here. Not that I'm saying it would be an overpay, but I think I can get better value if I go ahead and keep him, and I think I can potentially get this trade done without having to give him up. You can also have 22 from the New York Knicks, and then you can obviously have my second. We do not have a ton of draft picks, which makes it a little tough. Any other players in here that I'd be willing to trade? You want Jabari Walker? Damn it. All right, so if we want to make this trade happen, we're probably going to have to give up something of value. Now, I don't want to give up Shaden Sharp. Yusuf Nurkic might be somebody I have to trade. God damn it. Or do I just give up another first? I'll give up another first. Wow, they don't even do that. So I don't know if they're just not willing to give me the first overall pick, or I guess Victor Wembanyama is just not going to happen today. But yeah, man, that really sucks. So I guess let's keep grinding, keep trying to find other trades. I've tried every single way possible without giving up literally every single draft pick we own. Victor Wembanyama is just not happening. And I tried to trade up number 2. Pistons weren't having it, and the Spurs just don't want to give me 1. So we're going to stick at 7. To be honest with you, it's actually fine by me. Victor Wembanyama obviously would have been great to get, but just doesn't really... He's obviously a tremendous talent. I just don't want to give up what it takes in order to get him. So we can take a look at the summary so far. Victor went 1. Wow, Brandon Miller actually went ahead of Scoot. Eamon Thompson, Cameron Whitmore, and Keontae George. I think Nick Smith's going to be my guy. He's 6'5", potentially could move him to the starting small forward spot as well. And yeah, he's going to be my pick there. Hopefully that wasn't a reach. It definitely could have been, but knowing me, it probably was. Jalen Wilson, Bilal Coulibaly, Kyle Fikowski, Adam Bone. Backup center is potentially another position I could need. But Jalen Wilson could fill in a spot at the small forward position for me. All right, yeah, I'll take Jalen Wilson, then I'm not going to use my second-round pick, number 21. Okay, cool. That is officially our draft for us. We can see, hopefully, Nick Smith is a decent overall. He's 77. Jalen Wilson's only a 71. It's okay. It is what it is. Everybody's coming back in a non-realistic rebuild. Thibault is going to get a qualifying. Cam Reddish actually played pretty decent, but $7 million is a hefty price tag, so we could end up renouncing that potentially. Jeremy Grant is a free agent now. Actually had a really good season for us and doesn't appear to cost me a lot of money. So I'm obviously going to give him an offer as of now. And then everybody else is just going to get waited on because, yeah, we don't have any money on this team, I believe. That, right? Yeah, there's no money here. So we're just going to wait, I guess. And Jeremy Grant comes back, which is cool. We're going to let Drew Eubanks go. We don't need him. I'm going to let Justice Winslow go. That was never going to happen. So we'll wait on Reddish and we'll wait on Thibault. And we're good with everything else. And then we're going to get into some trades because we kind of got to make some moves with this team because we cannot just continue to stay in the middle of the pack. So we're going to re-sign Thibault. Reddish wants about $8 million. It is a decent price tag, but we'll see. We will see if we end up keeping him for the 2 years of his contract. Let's make some trades. Oh shit! We just pulled off a pretty big trade and got Kristaps Porzingis, and I didn't even have to give up a draft pick. Honestly, didn't think it would go through. I gave up Yusuf Nurkic, Cam Reddish, and Keon Johnson. And Kristaps Porzingis is officially a Portland Trail Blazer. In my opinion, he is an upgrade over Yusuf Nurkic. Had a pretty good year last year in Washington, 23 points, almost 9 boards, 2 assists. Yeah, it was pretty decent. All right, so I guess it's good. We're making strides to try to get better. It's an interesting front court with him and Jeremy Grant in it. To be honest with you, I don't really love it. But, yeah, it's going to have to do for now. What are we going to do at this power forward spot the backup power forward spot is really the question. Kevin Knox and Jabari Walker are probably not the answer. I don't mind Nasir Little as a backup. It's just not great. So now at this point, I am going to have to go out and find myself a backup point guard. What I am also going to do is move Nick Smith Jr. to the starting small forward spot. I'm going to give him the go there. I'm really hoping he has a tremendous rookie year for us. It can kind of become a second or third scorer on this team. I mean, that's really what we need at this point. I meant to do shooting guard. My bad. Okay, though. So that's a pretty big move that we made in order to get Kristaps Porzingis. Now, if we had our draft pick this upcoming season and it didn't belong to the New York Knicks, I probably would try to tank this year. And I know that's not the greatest thing to say, but there's really nothing else I can kind of do with a team that's like this. So I'm trying to make the best with what I got right now in terms of assets. I'm going to try to trade like Knox, Walker, and Wilson, probably just for draft picks, and then maybe sign a backup point guard behind Dame. So let me trade all these guys for a few first-round picks, and I'll show you guys who I signed. I went ahead and I signed a Shake Milton to be the backup point guard behind Damian Lillard. We have completed the rest of the trades that we wanted to make, and this is the roster that we are heading into year 2 with. Also, feel free to pause and look at all the trades that I went ahead and I made to get rid of all these role players and whatever. Feel free to pause. If a random pick that ends up being like top 3 comes out of nowhere, it's one of these deals most likely. All right, we are in an interesting position. I don't know if we got better by that much, but we have certainly tried. I will see you guys at the start of year 2. It really does suck to see Damian Lillard's overall starting to kind of trickle down. What is he now, 33 years old, which isn't crazy old, and especially considering the year he just had. You really wouldn't think his overall would go down, but I guess that's 2K at the end of the day. I'm kind of liking this team. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking we can maybe sneak in as a 5 or a 6 seed. It's Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Nick Smith Jr., Jeremy Grant, and Kristaps Porzingis. Funny enough, the game actually wants Shaedon Sharpe to start. I know it's suggested that he gets less minutes than Simons, but if I refresh the thing, it actually is suggested. Not that I was considering it, but it's good to see Shaedon Sharpe progressing. He's up to an 80 overall. Matisse Thybulle is going to be backing up Nick Smith Jr. I'm playing him at 17 minutes a night. I like his defense. I'm hoping he can kind of continue to help us out. Shake Milton, Trendon Watford, and Nasir Little. So the bench isn't honestly too bad. Starting lineup isn't terrible either. I do not have high hopes. I am hoping we can be a 5 or a 6 seed. See you guys in year 2. It is another year of excruciating pain. I thought we could maybe sneak into the playoffs. I do not think that would be the case. We ended up going 38-44, and by all definitions, mid as fuck. Most likely going to be a blow-up coming. I'm sorry, Trailblazers fans. I hate to say it. I think it's time that we stop delaying the inevitable. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. Obviously, would have been great if we can get him, but I wasn't giving up the assets required. Brogdon, 6th man. Giannis wins Depoy. Tyler Hero, Most Improved. Quinn Snyder, Coach of the Year. All right, so let's just get it out of the way. Sim through the playoffs. Oh, we're actually in the play-in at 38-44. Not that it really is going to be anything too crazy, but we also don't have our draft picks. So it really doesn't matter. Oh, Dame. What happened, my friend? Oh, man. I get we add some other scores and good rookie year from Nick Smith Jr., but that's tough to see. That is tough to see. We're in the play-in. So, yeah, we have Minnesota here in the first round, which honestly didn't think I'd really be able to say. So let's see what ends up happening. And we actually end up winning. So we are in the playoffs. And we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, we're obviously not going to be beating the Memphis Grizzlies, so we can probably... Okay, we won a game. I don't think there's really a road that... Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. A little bit of a Cinderella run? Do I smell a Cinderella run? Don't you get me excited and then just screw me, 2K. Don't do this to me. Oh my god. I can already tell we're going to blow it. No, we didn't. Well, we have the 5-seeded Warriors. I believe this is the rematch of the last time I can't fucking speak. The last time the Portland Trailblazers were in the Western Conference Finals in 2019. And, yeah, the Warriors are looking a little different now. I mean, you got Wiggins in there instead of Kevin Durant, but Wiggins has been tremendous for the Warriors. Hope everything's cool with him and he comes back soon. Jordan Poole here as well, 87 overall. There's no way, right? Oh, don't. Oh, this game is going to be the death of me. You can't go up 3-1 and do that to me after we win. Can you imagine we get to the NBA Finals after winning 38 games? That's insane. I just want to confirm. We won 38 games, right? I think I forgot to look. Oh, no, I did look at this. Yeah, 38 games. We make it all the way to the West Finals. Now, does that change my plans at all in terms of maybe blowing this team up? I honestly don't know, because to be honest with you, I don't love this draft class in 2K anyways. It really never ends up being anybody great. So if I was going to, but Dame had a tough year. I'd be an idiot not to look at trade offers for everybody besides like the really young players in this team right now. I think that's just the reality of the situation. So, man, that would have been nice if we could have ended up getting, all the way there. Great, the Pelicans are getting another pick, but god damn, man. God damn. I just want to confirm, the Bulls actually have our pick at number 15. That's crazy. 15th overall pick team in the Western Conference Finals. I give Chauncey Billups credit. I'm sure, he wasn't the main reason we were there. I'm sure it was Damian Lillard. I didn't even look at his playoff stats. I probably should have, but god damn it, man. God damn. All right, Damian Lillard's making almost $50 million today. He's 34. Tingus Pingus is making a lot. We're going to have to make some tough decisions. Let's get into it. I tried to make a whole bunch of trades, and honestly, I think it's because we're right before the draft that there really aren't a ton of options in terms of players that I can actually trade for. So we're going to get through team player options, qualifying offers, then get to free agency, and we're going to consider some more trades. So do we have any major free agents? We do not, but we also don't have any money. So, yeah, the top two free agents, Anthony Davis and Jaylen Brown. I'd actually love to try to get JB. I just don't know if we, really have the assets to clear up the money and then try to go out and actually get them. So, yeah, we are probably going to go ahead and make some pretty big moves right now. It actually makes me want to jump out of my skin, the fact that I'm actually going to do this trade. And if you had told me even a year ago that I would ever consider doing something like this, I probably would have checked myself into some sort of insane asylum. But Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson have both been absolutely tremendous for the New York Knicks this year. It's just one of the biggest surprises, in my opinion, that really doesn't get talked about enough, how good these two have been in New York. And I'm going to pull the trigger on this. New York's finally going to get their star that they've been missing. I'm kidding, obviously. Brunson and Randle have been great for them this year. But Damian Lillard, Trendon Watford, and Nasir Little going over there. We're getting Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson back. So we're getting two all-star caliber players for one. And, yeah, man, we are officially moving on from Dame Dollar. He is in New York now. And it hurts to say, but wow, we just have a whole lot of old New York Knicks here. We have Kristaps Porzingis, Randle, and Jalen Brunson. So we have our starting five basically figured out, and we still have Jeremy Grant here. Now, do I want to maybe trade Jeremy Grant for somebody to start at small forward instead of Nick Smith Jr., who actually had a pretty good rookie year? I don't know. I have obviously Jeremy Grant's just I just don't know what really to do with him. He's just kind of here. This is the problem with the Trailblazers fundamentally, is you have a superstar in Damian Lillard, and you just have a lot of players that are just okay. They're getting paid like they're decently good, and they are okay. They're not horrible players. And I'm not just highlighting Grant. I'm talking about Nurkic as well. You're just stuck in no man's land. It's hard because nobody wants these players, or nobody wants to give you anything for these players. So you're just kind of stuck with them. And that's the fundamental problem with the Portland Trailblazers. But here in 2K, it's a lot easier than it is in real life, obviously. Sorry for the rant. Let's find some trades. We're going to try to get Brandon Ingram here from the New Orleans Pelicans. He would obviously be my starting small forward. Now, Nick Smith Jr. had a really good rookie season for us, but I'm hoping that hitting a guy like Brandon Ingram can kind of put us over and hopefully get us to the finals. As weird as that sounds after winning 38 games, it's not often that I blow up a team after being one win away from the finals, but we are in an unforeseen situation, and we made a Cinderella run that probably should not have happened. So just give me Brandon Ingram. I'll give you the draft picks. It really doesn't matter to me. And Brandon Ingram is officially a Portland Trailblazer. So the rotation's kind of playing itself out right now. We do need to find some backup big men, but other than that, we're basically all set heading into year 3. In terms of backup big men, I guess a Hernan Gomez isn't horrible. Yeah, man. Obviously, I moved on from some other pieces as well that potentially could have helped us, like Trendon Watford. and Nasir Little. So, I mean, I had to make those moves in order to get what I wanted to done. We now need to find ourselves a power forward, or I might just sign like somebody and then trade me. Let me sign like TJ McConnell, and then I'm going to trade him for some sort of power forward. But yeah, man, we didn't take the approach that I actually originally thought we were going to take heading into this video. And that approach was going to be kind of selling off and then trying to get a bunch of young talent in order to end up maybe not being... Oh, George's Niang. Wow, Sean Hahn. I'm not giving up a draft pick, but that's still pretty good. Caleb Martin's here. Not terrible. I saw Cody Martin as well. It's funny. Okay. I'm not just going to take a draft pick. So it's either between George's Niang or do I want Caleb Martin? I'll take Caleb Martin. I'll take Caleb Martin. Welcome to the team. Okay, so this is it. And what I was trying to say is I ended up kind of blowing up this core and trading a lot of the pieces for other players that were pretty decent that still give us a kind of a hope to go out and win a title. Does that make sense to you? Instead of trading for a bunch of young pieces, I got a bunch of players who are kind of in their primes already. Welcome to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys at the start of year 3. You can call me crazy, but I actually like the way this team's starting to look, and I like it quite a bit. It's Jalen Brunson, Anthony Simons, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and Kristaps Porzingis. Our bench, 6th and 7th man, beautiful. Shaedon Sharpe, 85 overall. Nick Smith Jr., 84. Now, it would have been nice to obviously have Nick Smith Jr. get another year in the starting lineup, but to be honest with you, I think Brandon Ingram is a clear upgrade, and you know what? Having Nick Smith off the bench, never going to hurt. We have Shake Milton, Billy Hernangomez, and Caleb Martin, so our 8, 9, and 10 are not the greatest, but they're not bad at all. And yeah, man, we made a Cinderella run all the way to the West Finals after winning 38 games as a play-in team. I think we're going to be a lot better than that this year. Maybe we can get back to the West Finals, maybe win it this time. I will see you guys at the end of year 3. We have far and away our best regular season yet as we end up going 54-28. I am hoping that's good enough for maybe a top 4 seed in the West. It is a very talented West, though, and here is one of these very talented players. As Ja Morant wins the MVP award, Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year, was the 3rd overall selection by the San Antonio Spurs. Oh my God, him and Victor Wembanyama are a 1-2 punch. Dyson Daniels, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis wins DPOY. Scoot Henderson, Most Improved. Quinn Snyder does win Coach of the Year. Even though we won more games? Really? Can't give Chuck. Oh, wow, we take the 1 seed. Okay. We have the best record in the league. I can take that. I can live with that. Let's take a look at the numbers. Julius Randle, Anthony Simons, Brandon Ingram, Kristaps Porzingis, Brunson, Nick Smith Jr. Actually, very similar numbers to his rookie year. And he, played a whole lot less minutes. Shaedon Sharpe, Hernangomez, Milton, Cody Martin. Or Caleb Martin? We have Caleb Martin. Yes, we do. I actually want to go check out how Damian Lillard did in New York. Let's see how he did. Did they trade him for De'Aaron Fox? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, let's go check out the Kings. Dame, 22 points. I mean, it was obviously pretty good. He's Damian Lillard at the end of the day, but I'm still pretty happy with our move. We have Dallas here in round 1. Luka, Clarkson, Josh Green. Yeah, they've made some additions. I just don't know if it's enough, really, for Luka. I mean, it's just... I know Kyrie Irving's help, and I know they both had tremendous games last night. But for me, I don't know. I feel like Luka just needs a little more help. And it's not saying he's a bad player at all or anything and, needs a super team or anything. But for me, we look at some of the supporting cast some of these other players have in the league, and it's just... nothing compared to Luka's. Are we really getting our backs blown out right now by Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets? Are we fucking serious? What? How the fuck is Anthony Edwards in... Okay, note to self. Like a very big note to self. Does Anthony Edwards... do the Minnesota Timberwolves just not match his contract when free agency hits? Because this is like the 2nd or 3rd time that I've seen Ant end up on another team after his rookie deal expires. And my gut reaction is just telling me that no, Minnesota basically just lets him leave. So I'm going to actually make a mental note of that, and I'm going to try to sign him the next time I am in one of these videos and in one of these situations. Darius Garland, I actually tried to trade Dame for him earlier in the video. I obviously didn't show it because it didn't happen, but yeah, man, would have been cool to get Darius Garland. Nonetheless, we come up short. We get our literal teeth kicked in by Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. We are here in the draft lottery where I can't imagine we really have any draft picks. So let's just simulate the lottery, and yeah, we have 19-20. That's obviously not great. All right, let's take a look at staff signing. I'm going to get a new head coach, I think. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like I always win a championship with Stauffer. It's like a good omen heading into the final year here in, I almost said New Orleans. As we were just talking about the Pelicans here in Portland. I don't really think I'm going to draft somebody. What I might do is try to trade Hernangomez, these 2 draft picks, and get some sort of better backup big man. Do I bring CJ back? He's just making way too much money at this point. Jackson Hayes is an interesting player for me. Let me take Jackson Hayes. I have no idea who Dylan Andrews is. Yeah, I'm good there. We're just going to take some draft picks. Let's now head up to team player options and just see what we have. We have declining options on Randall and Brunson. We're going to bring back Sharp and Nick Smith. Obviously, my number 1 priority right now is going out and making sure I can re-sign Randall and Brunson because I am basically screwed if they decide to leave me. I mean, do I actually have money? Yeah, so I actually have... Whoa. I have the money. Oh my god, Giannis is going to go to the Celtics. Okay. Oh shit, Ingram's a free agent as well. I didn't realize that. If Brandon Ingram wasn't a free agent, then I'd probably make a case. But yeah, I mean, I don't exactly have the money to go out, and I definitely can't hold on to their cap holds if I go out and sign either a Giannis or a Tatum. Yeah, right. It's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to bring back my players instead. For me, if it was 2 of them here, I would definitely consider going out and potentially signing Giannis or Tatum, but I'm not going to really be able to go out and re-sign any of these guys if I do that. So we're going to get Ingram back, we're going to get Randall back, and we're going to get Brunson back. I'd also like to bring back Shake Milton. I think he was actually a pretty decent piece for me. We could maybe get an upgrade. Actually, let me wait. We can maybe get an upgrade over Martin, but I want to obviously make sure that I get these 3 back, and then let me see. Can I get Milton back? I actually can. Shake Milton's actually pretty decent for us. So Shake Milton, welcome back to Portland. Going to be my new... Come on. Going to continue to be my backup point guard, and cool. So the entire core of this team is really here right now. I'm going to try to find an upgrade at the backup power forward spot. I don't really love these options. All right, I'm going to cheese the system a little bit. I'm going to sign Jose Alvarado, and then I'm going to trade Jose Alvarado and some draft picks for a new backup big man. And other than that, man, I don't really know what else to do with this team because I think we're in a pretty damn good spot right now. And you know what? It's just we're going to see where the cards align and where everything ends up falling because this is the team we're heading into the final year with. All right, those are not the options I was looking for. How much did I pay Jose Alvarado? I paid... he's a fucking point guard. Fucking asshole outside revving up his dirt bike or something. I paid him $7 million. Let me go find a power forward that's making like a little bit less than $7 million, whatever. And I know that I probably could cut this. Some of you guys enjoy seeing this part of the rebuild. Under contract. Terry Eason. I'll take Terry Eason. How about you take Jose Alvarado? And... it's the final year, so take as many draft picks as you want. I don't really care. You can have every single first-round pick I own. It's the final season here. Seriously? There is absolutely no way that the Houston Rockets value Terry Easton to the point that you're not taking 5 first-round picks for him. I mean, this is just another great aspect of 2K that makes 0 fucking sense. Jarvis Walker. Denny of D has a free agent. How about Jalen Williams? Actually had a really good year last year. Give me Jalen Williams for Jose Alvarado. Oh my god, he has 3.5 stars. Shit. All right, well, you can have all these picks. 2K. What is happening? What the fuck is happening right now? 5 first-round picks for Jalen Williams and Terry Eason, and your 2 bozo GMs are too stupid to take the goddamn trade? How is Jarvis... holy shit. I can't imagine that any of these are going to go through at this point. Take the 5 draft picks. I mean, what is happening? Oh my god. I understand that there are young players, specifically Jarvis Walker, who's had a breakthrough season, a tremendous season at that, but 5 first-round picks? 5 first-round picks? Didn't Kevin Durant get 4? I mean, what? Oh, 2K. I better win a fucking championship. This is without a doubt one of the weirdest looking rotations that I've ever had. Typically, I run my rotations kind of the same way every single time, but Nick Smith Jr. is an 88, Shaedon Sharp's a 77, and 2K actually wanted both of them to start. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to start Simons, and I'm still going to start Ingram just because they've both been good for us. But I can see the argument, and Nick Smith Jr. is a higher overall than Brandon Ingram right now. I mean, the stats, Ingram obviously has better numbers, but it's not that far off. So we're running the weirdest rotation of all time, where Jalen Brunson, Anthony Simons, Ingram, Randall, and Porzingis are our starting 5. Nick Smith Jr. and Shaedon Sharp are playing 24 and 22 minutes respectively. And then like Jarvis Walker, Shake Milton and Jackson Hayes. I mean, this is a weird-ass looking rotation. It's never something I've done before. And, yeah, man, it's funky as hell. This is a funky-ass team. And I will see you guys at the end of the 4th and final year. 69-13 is our final record in our final regular season. Nice. I don't care. I want to win a championship. Darius Garland is your MVP. Would have been cool if I could have had him. Basala Bagayoka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's 0% chance I am. Taylor Hendricks, 6th man of the year. Victor Wembanyama, defensive player of the year. Jett Howard, most improved. And Stauffer wins coach of the year in his first year as our head coach. Let's take a look at the standings. Rockets won 59 games. I made fun of both these GMs earlier for not trading me their players for 5 first-round picks. And they have the 2nd and 3rd best records in the league. Let's take a look at the stats. And, yeah, I mean, everything's going to spread out in this funky-ass season with this funky-ass rotation. But honestly, I say it every video. I don't care who does what. I don't care who scores what. Oh, shit. Jaylen Brown. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I love this team. I really do. I mean, it's a weird-looking, weird-ass rotation, and it's abnormal. The Nuggets absolutely kicked our teeth in last year, and I'm really hoping we can kind of rewrite history right now, because I do not want that to... God damn it. Don't do this to me, 2K. Up 3-2, going to Game 7... Portland is cursed. I am officially saying it. Portland is cursed. They're cursed. I mean, they just can't have nice things. They can't have nice things. There's just no way that this team doesn't win a championship. There's just no way. There's no way. Wow, my best player was the guy I drafted, and I didn't even start him. All right, well, that is all she wrote here. We made a hell of a team, and I had decent time doing this one. I mean, it wasn't like this was like a painful rebuild or anything, but yeah, man, I thought we should have won. End of the day, I guess Nikola Jokic just owns me. And that's the simple way to put it, because he owns everybody. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.